What's up, y'all? Another edition of What's Up, Flobo coming at you. You know how it be, as it is right now. It's a couple days removed from Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day for all of you that partake or called your mom, like I always tell you guys to do. I love my mom. She is the only reason why I do the show, as I say, week in and week out. I'm back here in Los Angeles, back here in the studio. The past couple days, I went out to Florida, South Florida, to partake in Formula One spectating, not racing, and it was a trip. I just gotta say, before I get into all that, if you haven't already, make sure you check out the show on this YouTube page, youtube.com/Flobo Boys, and then you can support the show in a multitude of ways, like buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Flobo Boys. That's how you throw a little couple dollars in that tip jar. And if you want to get yourself some shirts or tees or hats, Flobito.threadless.com. Apologizing for the wavering internet. Not sure what's happening today, but we're going to work through it. Hopefully you can hear me as I troubleshoot that later. I think it's a version issue. Last week on this show, I was saying I was burnt out. And for a lot of ways, I was. I was complaining about things that didn't used to bother me. I was saying things that I wouldn't have said. People always tell me, get a vacation. And even though this wasn't planned to be a vacation, I planned to work in Florida. It had a very vacation vibe. So Formula One has just grown by leaps and bounds for the average fan. I guess more fans than ever are into it now. And I was invited to go. And for months, I was trying to navigate the financials. And I'm glad I went because a couple days in another different kind of air did me wonders. Now, I live in California, Los Angeles, and we have sun here too, but it's a different vibe when you're on the East Coast with the humidity and the different kinds of palm trees and all that. So that already was a different change of scenery for the mental health. But being able to connect with friends and watch something that, because it's so expensive, I guess, it ends up being like a once in a lifetime or twice in a lifetime thing. It's like going to a Super Bowl, but instead of Super Bowl being at the end of the football season, it's a weekly event all around the world. It was a lot of fun. Didn't really get to do everything in South Florida, but that's okay. When I got to town on the Wednesday, I went out with a couple friends over there in Fort Myers on the southwest side. So I saw that side. Interesting enough for me, Southwest Florida is more the Florida that I knew when I was living out there for college. But being able to be in the Miami side, in the Fort Lauderdale side, in the Miami Gardens side for 3 days was a lot of fun. Just be able to watch this race, something I fell in love with, Formula One, during the pandemic with Drive to Survive. I know a lot of gatekeeper Formula One fans who kind of turn their nose up at that, but what I like most about F1 is the characters of the drivers and the productions. I'm a big wrestling fan. I think professional wrestling is the best production when it comes to alt sports, and Formula One is that too. And they did a good job, to me, of making the track seem Miami-ish. They use a cyan and tan color scheme. There was a fake marina. There was a fake beach. It was all around a good time, and so I couldn't complain about that. But all the things I realized that I was worried about kind of went away, which is something I never happened before. I go on vacations all the time, but usually I go, okay, I'm going to take 2 days to go to Vegas. Or I'm going to take 2 days and do a staycation. And I think, well, I didn't work today. Why am I still stressed? But this case, I did 5 days and I came back like, oh yeah, I remember that thing still annoyed me, but I don't care. Like, oh yeah, I remember that I still have to book these clients, but in the meantime, I'm gonna get the supersize, or I'm gonna try this new restaurant, and it's really helpful for the mental health. Now, that said, on top of that, being on the asphalt at the end of race weekend was the biggest flex for social media. That was great. I was telling friends left and right, hey man, I was here, I was there, I was every bleeping where, and it was a lot of fun to say that. So if you can, go out there and have yourself a little bit of a vacation, a true vacation. Some people that means going international. For me, it's a different climate. Just if you want to go to the woods for a couple days, that's your thing. If you want to hang glide in the tropics, that's another. Just go out there and do something different. have new experiences, try new foods, try new drinks, hang out with friends that you really like don't mind traveling with. That's the big thing. Friends you don't mind traveling with, and they can do wonders. And even though I'm tired now because I'm recording this at 7 o'clock in the morning, to the point where I'm still recording this, even though I'm looking at my signal strength saying it's weak and I'm probably choppy as all heck, I don't care. I totally don't mind. Hopefully the audio comes in. I'll work on this for next week. That is it for me on What's Up, Flobo. If you guys went to F1 in Miami, let me know what you think. Celebrities were around. If you celebrated Mother's Day in a unique way, let me know. If you have tips and tricks to really recharge the mental health battery, you let me know in the comments below. I'll be back here next week to talk about more stuff on What's Up, Flobo. And yeah, call your mother. She misses you.